adding that just.
Oh.
I just want to be done though. This is my last semester, so I just wanted to get it all done instead of dragging it out another semester. So
that's what I did last semester. Won't do that again.
That's crazy.
It's a good way to go out then, right?
Too much stress, man.
I know. But I just want to be
I don't
done.
think I could ever
I
be
want
that
to drag
crazy.
it out.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be done, but guess what? I'm not. I went back for more.
Oh.
Got a diploma. Let's get another one. But I didn't find out that I could get a business management degree with an emphasis in finance until about midway through the semester last year.
Oh, really?
Last semester, I already applied for graduation, so I was like, yeah, what do I do now? So I talked to the advisor, and they said, hey, you can get both. Oh, good.
Wow.
Doesn't hurt to have.
Awesome.
So I told my wife I'd take it easier this time, though.
Yeah. Well, let's get started so that we don't go over our hour because Ethan has to work at 3:30, right? 3?
Yeah.
Yeesh. Too early.
Ethan, you look like you're camping or something.
I actually live in my truck right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're serious. You said you're going to do that climbing around, living in the truck.
Yeah, well, it's starting to snow here in Teton Valley, so I'm in the process of looking for a home. But for the moment, I'm still dirt bagging it.
All right.
Are you married?
No.
Okay.
No, he's crazy. He likes climbing big rocks.
Try to.
That's funny. Oh, that's cool. Snowing? That's crazy. It was like 97 here today.
Oh wow, yeah, it's probably like in the mid 30s right now.
Oh my gosh, it's still 90 degrees here.
We're in the
And we think that's cool too. It's like, oh, it's finally cooled off.
I know. I walked my dog and I'm like, oh, it feels so good. It's ridiculous. Oh,
That's funny.
So 30 degrees, I would die. I don't think it ever gets 30 degrees here.
Nope.
Wow. All right. It looks like we have about 4 questions to answer this week on Page. Or something like that.
I'll be right back.
Okay, so we want to just take the first one and start with that one?
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay.
All right, so the first one is, Dropbox is a late mover in a crowded space. What opportunity did Houston see? Specifically, what are the key elements of Dropbox's current business model?
I think he saw just an opportunity to be able to merge these, being able to transfer files across different systems. I like when he said he was challenged by a venture capitalist to explain why the world needed another cloud backup company. When he asked them, how many do you use? And they all said none of them.
Yeah,
They wanted something that actually worked.
Right.
I like that comment too.
Yeah, and also his business opportunity was that it was super simple as well.
Mm-hmm.
I use Dropbox right now, and I've checked out like all the different cloud services, and it was the most easy, and I could organize my files the best. So they definitely they've kept true to that ever since they've launched. I really like Dropbox, but I know we're not supposed to think of it in terms now, but I can just see how they've carried their vision through even 10 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a paid subscriber or a freebie?
No, I pay because I have all of my pictures on Dropbox. So
Yeah.
but I only pay
think-
like $10 a month. But I started out with the free space for years, and then I decided to put, instead of having my pictures on a hard drive, I put them access it from everywhere. So
Yeah, I think recently, like as people get more space and whatnot, or as people keep using Dropbox, you have to pay a little bit more each time.
Yes, I don't use any clouds. I bought a Western Digital cloud, and that's what I store like pictures, movies, and that stuff.
Yeah.
But I got 4 TB too. So, hey.
Right. So, what are the key
Okay, so I think she's wanting to get Kenzie set up with the
goal?
yeah, the chair clinic thing. Hey guys, I'm sorry, I have to come right back. I've got someone at the door.
I dare you. Okay, so I kind of had the same things, but the thing that stood out to me was when he was on the bus and wanting to do the work, and he couldn't do the work, and I lost my picture again. Let's try hitting the camera again. I don't know why it's shutting off, but that's what stood out to me. That's when he kind of came with the idea. I had that at MIT. Why can't I have it now? So he tried to find a platform for that. But he wants something that merge all his files. He could get them, he could share them with others, and be a happy camper.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting how he came up with that whole idea and just that bus ride, because he must have done a lot of coding to get all that stuff on there and whatnot.
But you leave your flash drive at home, like it sounds like he was doing all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Other inventions sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
So did we want to talk about the business model?
Well, I think that we kind of did, didn't we? In that, like, their plan was to be the simplest out there.
Well, I said it was a Freeman model is what I went with,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So, and we alluded to that, who's paying, who's not, the free. And they got Jordan. They did a good number on her. Here's the free for a while, and then she's got to have the pay. Got too much.
Right. But I mean,
yeah.
you have a use for it though. Like I don't know. I wouldn't pay for it if I didn't have a use for it. But because I have an iPhone, so I looked at Apple's storage unit. I even switched over to Amazon for a couple of days just because I get free unlimited photo storage. And I ended up going back to Dropbox because of how simple it is. And I can organize all my pictures by date and by month within a folder. And so for me, the organizational aspect of Dropbox just makes more sense. I like having things where I know where it is and it's right there in front of me. Where all the other platforms, they don't have that capability of being able to organize all of your pictures into a specific folder. Like you can create albums, but then they're still on the cloud, so you have them in 2 spots. And I don't like that. It's too much. It's too crowded and too. I didn't like it. So I like everything I have in Dropbox. I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. As I say, I just say, yeah, that's basically the model. I would say is just keep it simple. Make it easy to use.
It's so
Right, and they tried different ways of bringing members in. They tried spending thousands and thousands of dollars on advertising, and that didn't work. They were spending $300 to get a customer who's going to spend $100 in a year. So it was just bad. So the model that they ended up with, where they have you as a free member and then offer the upgrades, seems to be the one that works the best for them.
Yeah.
And they can change that too. I like how they can change how much free data they give or free space they give, or they can change how much they do for the subscribers, and they can change the cost of the subscribers. So, I mean, it's kind of a cool little model. I like the model because you change it with time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it offers flexibility with
You're probably paying a little bit less for a whole lot more right now than you were in 2010.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Awesome. Should we move on to the second one now?
Yeah, I was just going to say that leads kind of right into the second one. Are they profitable as of 2010.
Mhm.
I'm curious to know what you guys found because I did. So I set up my spreadsheet. I followed that video, the freemium profit formula, and it, because in the case it says something about, like, I wrote down the numbers. They were anywhere between 2 to 3% were paying customers, which their revenue was anywhere from 10 or
15 million, 10 to 15 million.
million. Yeah. So did you guys use that as your annual revenue of paying subscribers when you figured out your?
Well, the case is hard because that was, so there's too many variables, but I just kind of used those numbers because that was from April. Those from April, they had 4 million customers in April, but they were saying they were getting 2.8 million referrals or something like that. And they were having, 2.8 million direct referral invites of recent signups. 35% originated from referral program to 20% of the share from holders, and such. So it's like, it wasn't enough data because they want June. We're talking about April, but I just used the April numbers.
So did you guys use 4 million users as your number of subscribers, or did you do?
I used 4 million.
I used the 4 million.
Because that's the only hard number I had.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took that and I did the 2%, and that would be 80,000 paid subscribers. And then I did the 3% at the 15 million, and that would be 100,000 paid subscribers, is the way I figured it. And so if you do 2%, I come up with a loss. If you do 3%, you come up with a gain. If you do 2.5%, you come up with a gain. I say yes, it's a gain.
Well, I would say it was a gain because it did say in the case as well that they had a 28% annual growth as well. Because it started in, like, I think 724 million in 2009, but then it says in 2014 it went to 2.5 billion. So
Was that for just Dropbox, or was that
not just Dropbox, but just the industry in general?
It's the industry, because right now Dropbox, last numbers I see, when I looked up extra information, they were at 500 million, over 500 million customers.
Yeah. I would assume just with the industry and whatnot, since Dropbox is one of the most easiest to use, I would assume that they would be profitable.
But yeah, I mean, 2.5%, you're still profitable at 540,000 a year.
Yeah.
And they're gaining customers from April, every day.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole thing was, the more customers you have, the more realistically you would be profitable.
Yeah. So I would go ahead and say they were.
Did you guys get your variable cost for the free subscribers? If you, I guess it is probably. Consistently as your cost per month, right?
Okay, the variable cost was 11 cents a customer per month, and the other was $3.18 per subscriber a month. At least that's the numbers I used. And that, you got on page 9, right at the top, above accelerated growth.
Okay, so in continuing on with that question, then the next part of that is, how does your estimate of Dropbox's current profitability overall per user influence your evaluation of Venture's long-term health?
What was that again?
Just the second part of that question, where it's asking you, does your estimate of Dropbox's current profitability overall and per user influence your evaluation of the venture's long-term health?
I would say just like anything, they would probably need more customers no matter what. But so far, I think they're doing all right with it. But they could definitely use more of the revenue.
But also keeping in mind that technology is getting less expensive. So, when they started, cost for storage was pretty high, and now it's just a small fraction of what it was. So their costs are reducing as well.
Yeah, I kind of like the way that underneath where we got the numbers, you got the accelerated growth numbers, and they were doing projections. In 2010, it's $5. In 2014, they figured it'd be 94 cents.
Hey, quick question, you guys. So I had to drive 5 hours home from Salt Lake this afternoon, so I literally just barely finished reading the scenario. And I'm a little bit lost currently. So we're talking about whether it was profitable based on the number of users, and how much they were paying in relation to how much Dropbox was paying their employees and all their overhead and everything. Is that what we're trying to find out with if they're making a profit?
Yeah, they gave a little video that you could watch and do a spreadsheet. And so what they have is a fixed cost, and they use what's called a full-time equivalent. And so that's we didn't even. Oh man, I didn't even figure out the fixed cost.
Yeah, so it's basically just saying with how many employees they have and whatnot, paying them around 150,000. Are they still being profitable pretty much, Dropbox?
Okay, so if I would have
that was going to be 150,000, because I remember the number said they had 11 employees. That really
Yeah, but just on the question that we're reading now, it just says, is Dropbox profitable as of June 2010? Assume that Dropbox spends an average of 150,000 per employee on salaries, benefits, rent.
Oh, does it say that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if I remember right, they had 11 employees. I never changed that. So yeah, they're profitable even at 2%.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it was
I
just
had 20 employees still in my spreadsheet. So when I just changed 11, that really made them look good.
Yeah.
Changed it a lot, huh?
okay. So it was just an equation with those things. You could just find the information in there, and it was pretty simple to come up with.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, various
At least
parts in the.
My spreadsheet real quick. It was really easy. Can you see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
So all the yellow stuff is just the inputs that we got from the case. It was pretty easy. I just followed the steps that he did in the video. So it went pretty easy.
Okay, cool.
Jordan, I see you had 25 employees.
Yeah.
I thought I read 11.
So I got that from he's at the very end, or at the beginning. It says something about keeping their 25 employees busy for the next 10 years.
I did remember there was 25 employees.
Oh. Well, where did they get the 11 employees? Maybe it was.
They had 11 earlier on.
Yeah, it must have been from earlier on.
Okay, so it's on page 9 in the first paragraph of staying the course. The last sentence of that, pursuing incremental production environment opportunities is part of its stay the course strategy to keep Dropbox's 25-person team busy for years.
Oh, dang. I got that wrong. That's good to know.
No.
I'll make an adjustment right now. Earlier, before I didn't get that far when I was doing my calculation. So.
That's why teams are good.
I was just using what I read, I think, in the earlier, like growth and partnership and all that stuff.
So, on to the next one. when he applied to the Y Combinator, what hypothesis did Houston hold about key elements of Dropbox's business model? I thought that I had to go back and reread that case because I couldn't really find like specifically put my finger on it. And then it just like hit me that he initially had wanted to grow the company by like working and packaging the product with Android.
Yeah, I got that from page 15.
Yeah.
How will you make your money? Second paragraph said I've been approached by potential.
Yeah, and so he wanted to take his product and put it on every Android phone. But then the more he kept meeting with these bigger companies, they kept telling him they wanted to basically repackage it and strip away the basis of what he had grown this product on and make it something different. And so he decided that packaging or that working with other companies is not the way for him to go. It basically took away, I felt like his mission statement, the way that they wanted him to redo it and to repackage it and all of that. So that's what I thought was like his initial thought, and then going forward, the question was how did they pivot, and what does pivoting mean? It means they just, instead of going the direction they thought, they turned and went completely different. Decided to go.
Yeah, definitely. I did remember reading that as well, just how he didn't really want to work with anybody else on the subject, which, yeah, that's basically what I wrote down.
Well, then they also kind of treated him like a second-rate citizen. I mean, he was 12 lower level managers, they said, and they didn't have any power to make any kind of decision, kind of spinning wheels with them. And then, hey, can you customize it? Let's change this thing all up. Let's have this, let's have that. It's not, I like your product, we want it, let's do it.
Right, yeah, coming in at the 11th hour and saying, okay, we like it, but you need to change it to X, Y, and Z. Yeah.
Do you really like it then?
Right,
makes you feel that way.
Values. I mean, I feel like he had such a defined mission statement and vision of how he wanted this company to go. And then for them to come and be like, oh, but you have to change pretty much all of it.
Right. I mean, and give us a deal while you're doing it,
Right. And and I think he did the right thing by growing organically, because obviously people were attracted to what they were doing. They grew over 1 million users in like 9 months. So they made the right choice.
I agree.
Sorry,
one line I loved. Oh, by the way, we'll need you to customization. That's all customized. Love that.
Yeah.
And then underneath that, the line I loved was, since then I've realized that no significant tech company has been built solely through distribution growth without having a strong brand of its own. So I think we kind of seen the aha light bulb came on and said, hey, if I make a strong brand, it doesn't matter who I can organically grow this myself.
Right. And I think that's when he started focusing on building that brand instead of looking for ways to leverage the licensing that he might get with other companies.
Right.
Smart guy. And his partner was smart too, because his partner initially told him don't do it.
Yeah.
But that was his thought and his plan all along, was to package this with other companies, and then he had to go back and be like, oh yeah, you were right. That's a hard learning experience too, I think. But and I thought that was interesting how he said that. And then he says, and because of that experience, they hadn't found a VP of operations or something. I can't remember what it was, but because of his bad experience, he didn't get an offer.
Yeah, partly due to the way I got burned in these discussions, we still don't have a VP of business development.
Why didn't I didn't understand that. I kept thinking, what kind of an experience would make somebody not want to, like, what does a VP of business have to do that these companies like rubbed him raw on? I didn't understand that.
Well, I think what he figured that if he partnered with them, they would have somebody that would develop and help him develop the company.
That's true.
So he didn't have to hire anybody. And then when he finally said, "Hey, I just got to deal with this myself," now I got to find somebody to do that job.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I just didn't. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. So now we go into what should Houston's top priorities be as the case ends in June 2010.
Well, I think by 2010 he already had a really wide following. He had millions of users. I think his top priorities, honestly, would be developing add-ons that people would want to pay for, that he could convert people to.
I thought we were
pay for the service
just for a while. I did developing the brand. Keep developing the brand. That's what's got them there. Just keep that brand going, develop it, make it better, make it stronger, make everybody want to have it so they can't live without it. Once they use it, they got to have it.
Yep. Yeah, I just put basically expanding.
But how does he do that? Like, he's already got a good base. How do you make it better?
Well, how long have you had Dropbox?
I've had it forever.
Has it got better over the years?
It's stayed the same. I can't say. I mean, they've added new features like I can upload as soon as I take a picture, it automatically uploads to the cloud and then syncs on my computer. So I mean, they've added, as technology has gotten better, they've added features, but I guess I don't use it. Maybe there's more.
Wouldn't that be developing your brand?
I think their brand, I mean, their logo has stayed the same. Their pricing has changed. They've increased a little bit, but because I had an old plan, they grandfathered my plan in and didn't change it. But then I needed to upgrade my storage, so then I had to pay their current pricing. But they were really loyal as far as like, you've been with us for so long, we're not going to change your plan.
Well, I think that one thing they were weak in just from the beginning was in researching what people actually want. They didn't have very many focus groups, and they even talked about that and how when they did have someone from Craigslist, they had a group of, I think, 5 people from Craigslist try to use the project. It was so painful. They should have known before that point even came up that was a pain point for people. When you're developing products like that, then you want to have people in just constantly that haven't been exposed to it to see how that user experience is. And so I think that they really need to incorporate more of that as far as, how is this, as far as ease of use and what do you want? What can we add to this to make better?
Oh, man, I forgot all about that. Good point.
Didn't they have a forum, though, like where they or is that a different case? My brain, these are all starting to run.
Well, they had a forum where you could say, this is what I want, but it was just random information from users. It didn't seem like they used organized focus groups where they could sit down and have a dialogue. Let's have a conversation. What do you need?
I believe. Seemed like the vote box was the name of the forum. Yeah. In the exhibits. So.
Do you think they should have had like more face-to-face, like actual people come in and do like a demonstration and then?
Well, Craigslist, the way I understood it was they just got 5 people to volunteer and said, hey, can you use it? And most of them failed.
Yeah.
And they were so embarrassed, and it crushed him that he had failed so miserably with making it easy to use. Is that the way you got it, Trish?
That was the way I got it. So I think, obviously you don't need to have every month have a focus group or every week. That might be overkill. But on a regular basis, you need to stay in touch with your customer base. If you're not staying in touch with them, you're not face-to-face with them, I don't think you can really meet their needs as well as.
And I'm not sure the customer base is the right word. Potential customer base.
Yeah.
Users have never used it before. How easy is it going to be for them to use it? Come in. I've never used it before. My wife used it. I've never used it. So.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna let's. It's only 8. Do we have to go for an hour, or do we just do as long as it
I
takes?
think it's just kind of like a general thing, you know. I think
So-
that's just probably what he's used for all of his other classes and stuff.
Okay.
I think so.
There's
I'm
a
excited
couple
to go and write
questions.
the analysis.
What was that?
I'm excited to go and write the analysis because I'm so confused right now.
I don't have mine done yet either.
I don't know if excited is the word I would use about writing the analysis, but yeah.
You know how to embed your stuff into your write-up?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Rex, I can show you after we're finished if you want how to embed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah. I took an advanced spreadsheet class last semester, so I'm really good at Excel right now.
Oh, I wished I was better at Excel.
Yeah, well, take the advanced spreadsheets class and you will be.
Is that the 215?
No, yeah. Mm-hmm.
As I
Yep.
say, I think that's 215. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
see,
then-
they let me bypass that because I took another spreadsheet class 30
You
years
should
ago.
take it though. I don't, you guys take it?
I have it next semester, I think.
It's a really good class. Like
I don't remember if that's the one I took or not. I've had a couple of them.
it
Is it
used to be
15?
combined with business statistics, and then they split it into 2 classes. It is a really good class if you want to learn Excel. Like really good.
I definitely
It was not
need
good
for
when it
sure.
was combined with business statistics. It was awful when it was combined. I had the last one, the last semester that it was combined.
Yeah.
Oh,
can't
it was
imagine
awful.
Combined, because the 2 separate were really, really hard. So
It was horrible.
yeah. It was hard. It's a tough class, but you learn like a lot about Excel. It has taken my Excel use to a whole different level. It's crazy. It's really cool. I used to thought I knew Excel really good because I knew how to do like formulas and stuff. That's like elementary Excel, and I thought I was like really proficient in it.
That's funny.
It's a good
While you
class.
guys are all here, were you guys talking about meeting Thursday as well, or?
Yeah, we need to meet Thursday or so to go over what's the name of that other case?
That runaway one.
The Rentaway.
Does that work
Runaway.
for you guys? I mean, because the write up and everything is due on
Saturday.
Saturdays and Fridays. I can't do Fridays.
Yeah, the stinky part of this is like I work at a hotel right now, and I think the rest of the week, besides tomorrow, I have a night shift, so I might have to sit out on that one. But on the bright side, I think for this week there's only like you can still just do partnerships instead of the whole group. So maybe I can find somebody else who can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. So far, I looked at our group. We have Jordan and Ethan and me and Cody Wilstead. Is that his name?
I think so. But he sent out an email today saying we could pick our own groups.
Yes,
Correct.
say that's what I got from it. We just like one of us. That's another thing. One of us needs to email him.
So
I could
yeah,
probably even do it and
if you
tell
wanna
him
do
like
the group. I think that
this is a
you could email him, Dallin, and say, hey, can I be in this group? And Trish could do the same thing. If that
perfect.
works.
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah,
good.
if you guys all want to stay in the same group, we can email him and just tell him all of our names and that we want to be in a group. And I think he'll keep us together.
Because I emailed him and said that you were in the group last week, but you weren't added to our group yet. So I
Okay.
kind of hinted a little bit, but I didn't say, hey, shove him in the group.
Yeah. No, I can definitely just go ahead and send it in to him.
Okay,
as well.
so Ellen, do you want to send the email then with all of our Trisha? Do you want to be in our group or do you want to meet with your other group?
No, this is great. I like this group.
Yeah,
So-
I'll go ahead and send him the email then.
Okay. Do you have everybody's Gmail accounts, or do you? I have them all. Do you want me to forward them to you?
That'd be great.
Okay, I'll send you that email tonight.
I was gonna say, even if anything, like I'll just tell him all of our first and last names over my normal email as well, because I think he just wanted a simple email with
Oh,
them all. Honestly.
Ethan, does this time work for you, or is this hard?
No, this is great. Yeah,
Okay.
this works well.
No, this is great. So I might even just have to ask my boss if I can cut out for about 20 minutes or so when we do
Can I take a
these.
20-minute break?
Yeah. I don't know how well that's going to work over, but I'm sure I can figure
This
something.
terrible, awful case study that I have to now write a 3-page.
Yes.
We'll see.
Need 3 pages double spaced?
That's what I did, honestly.
Yeah, it better be.
To be completely honest, I double spaced mine today because I was like, that is a lot of pages. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I filled out I just did the case for Thursday and stuff too, and it wants 200 words in the summary and whatnot on single space with like even that, like just the minimum. It only takes up like a page and a half, me filling out like all the questions pretty well. So
Right. Okay.
yeah, I definitely double spaced it all.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So did
Yeah,
you
I
copy
just-
and paste the format into there, and then you're
That's
filling
what
the
I did.
format out. Okay, that's what I'm
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay. 200, and I had a hard time coming up with 200 words for our case last week. I was like, oh no, it's like a
Yeah,
lot of
some
stuff.
stuff it's just like it's really not that much like to summarize, but
Right.
you know, that's what
Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, I remember 321, and that was like brutal with the case studies, and that was one a
Yeah.
week.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Was
what
that,
time are you guys meeting on Thursday exactly?
if we can keep it the same time, 7:30 or 8:30 Mountain Standard Time, does that work for everybody?
Works for me.
Works for
Yeah, it
me.
works for me too.
Yeah, I don't know my schedules and whatnot, but I'll definitely try to see what I can do.
Okay. Let us know if something changes and we can maybe.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I'll let you guys know for sure though.
Okay. Good. All right. Well, let's summarize this up here. I think our main summary question is: do we think that they should develop a professional version to attract more valuable customers? Dallin, what do you think?
So I think kind of just like what we were talking about before, I think that they should definitely establish their customer base, but not only that, but to get kind of the time with them, maybe make some promotions within Dropbox and whatnot, just so the customers know that they're aware of them. I think it would be totally fine if they stayed where they are, not only just stayed where they are, but kind of built up their base that they have now just to make a new version of it, I guess you could say. Not a
I
new
like
version, but just to add on to it. But
Trisha, what do you think? You can look skip you. Trisha, what do you think?
I agree. You know, they need to continue to expand on their freebie base, their freemium base, and then out of that freemium base, just kind of see what kind of promotions or extra add-ons that they can get to get them to upgrade so that they want to pay for the service, because that's where their profit's going to come in. You know, it's great to be recognized by your name and everybody knows what Dropbox is, but if you only have 1% that's paying for it, how much are you leaving on the table?
Right. Rex, how about you?
How about me? I'm a stay the course strategy kind of guy. I say, why try to develop a business part two when the other's working so well? The way they have it right now is you can use it at office, you can use it at home. It's the same. It's not different. It's not separate. Just stay the course. Keep building the brand. Keep adding more incentives for customer growth or subscription growth. I mean, you get both. If you have customer growth, you're still going to get subscription growth. It looks like from our market research, they're going to get so much. So many's going to eventually end up customers if they're free subscribers at first, they could end up being subscribers. It's just a numbers kind of thing. You need the numbers, and the numbers will sort themselves out.
Ethan, based on our conversation, do you have a thought on what they should do? If they should stay as what they've done, or should they go out and kind of branch off and start doing
Well, from what I understood from just reading the case study once through, I think that they should put more products on the table, but I think that it should be pretty slow and it should be to specific customers and maybe have a trial basis first to see if it really works well. I don't know if that's helpful or not, but we'll see when I understand more.
At first, I was thinking that they should definitely start. That they should offer a business section of it. But the more we've talked, I think we need to get a better footing with that first, and then eventually branch off into more. Because I think they have such a unique product, and it's not offered. I've worked in businesses before where they have like a central device, but you can't access it without being into their network. And so having one central cloud-based database is very convenient because I worked from home, and so they would have to send me the VPN and log in and all of that stuff. And, it's just a nightmare. If they had used Dropbox, it might have been easier for me to access all the files that I need rather than having to wait for them to allow me access into the network. So, but I totally see the side of it now where yeah, they have a good product, but they've only been in business less than 2 years. They're continuing to develop the business model with the right people. Again, I don't know if they have all the staff that they need. So maybe working towards getting their staff in place and keep growing it organically, and then moving from there.
Now, another thing that I kind of reached my decision on too, doesn't Carbonite have like two different, a business model and a home model? It seemed like I read that.
What was that?
And when you look at Exhibit 8, Carbonite is still operating at a loss in 2010.
Yeah.
Wasn't as big as it was in 2009, but or 8, but still a loss. So
True.
So sometimes having that double, because you'll have to, if you got double coding, you got, there's too many headaches, it sounds like. And it's simple is always better. Make it simple. Kiss that baby. Keep it simple, stupid.
That's awesome.
I think that wraps it up.
Perfect.
Unless somebody else has something else to add.
I do not. Hey, Patricia, what is your last name?
It's Krentz, Krentz.
Krentz. All right, perfect. I'm sending him this email right now.
Okay.
And Jordan, what is your last name?
Well, it's Hale for school. AJ.
Okay.
In real
I was
life.
wondering. Okay.
I've been married for 14 years and I haven't changed it with school.
Okay.
How do you say that? DeFriends?
DeFreeze.
DeFreeze. I could butcher that every time.
No, everybody does. I didn't say my last name for probably 5 years after we got married. I didn't know how to say it. So every time his grandma or his dad would say something, I'd be like, okay, can you say that again?
Oh, that's too funny.
That's awesome.
Now, you did say years, right? Not months?
Yeah, 14 years.
No, but 5 years or
Oh, 5 years. No, 5 years.
It was years.
Yeah, it was years. So even still, I still am like, am I still saying it right? Because you hear different people saying it differently, in the family. And so I don't know.
That's good. I got my laugh for the evening. Thank you.
All right. And Jordan, are you posting this one again, or who's doing it this week?
Yeah, because I have the link right here.
Okay, perfect. I was about to say you're probably the most tech savvy out of all of us right now. So.
Group meeting, but we've been. They changed it though to YouTube Live. It made it a little bit more complicated, but I finally figured it out.
Now, did you use the same link or same way to do your recording?
I did, yeah. So I can show you that, Rex, if you want to when everybody gets off.
And is there a way to make it private so it's not out there on the internet?
I think you have to have it public so that everybody can see it. 'Cause I think if you make it private, nobody will be able to click it.
Unless you gave them access to it, huh?
Right, which means you have to.
Dang, I don't like that idea. I don't want it out there floating all around on the internet.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it either. You can go in and delete them once the class is over, and then they're off. I think. I don't know. I don't know, actually. You might be. Does anybody know if you can make them private and then people can see it?
I don't think so. I think they have to be public.
Yeah, I think so too.
I've only done one in my lifetime. So it was an intro we had to do for one of my classes. I can't even remember which class.
You're in my AHR. Are you taking HR this semester?
What's that?
You're in one of my other classes too.
Yeah. We're in is it the real estate one together?
No, I took that
The
one.
law then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm already done with that work for this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish that tomorrow.
It was like, yoo, this is easy.
Yay, because I have that next
So
semester.
I went ahead and sent that email. I unfortunately have to get going now because I gotta work early in the morning too. So I should probably get to bed. But
All right.
Okay.
yeah, really appreciate it, guys.
Yep. Thanks, everyone.
I'll let you guys know if I can meet on Thursday. I'm not sure if I will or not, but I'll ask the teacher what he wants me to do.
All right.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys later.
Sounds
You'll
good.
have a good one.
We'll either see you Thursday
You too.
night or not.
All right. Bye.
Rex, if you want to hang out,
All right. Bye.
We'll see you. Bye.
I'm gonna peace out too now. I better go to bed.
Hey,
All right. Bye.
don't freeze.
I'll try not to. Thank you.
Yep.
tonight.
Bye.